welcome to Naughty or Nice with Miss Cassie. I am so glad to be back. I really miss this show. And, you know, I got the most fabulous guest for my return show coming back from the hiatus. I couldn't have anybody better.
Oh,
everybody, this is Hudsy Hawn.
Hello.
The one and only.
Or Hudsy Dawn, some people get it confused. or my dog persona Sparkles. That's for my master.
Oh, I love it.
But tonight Hudsy Hawn is good.
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe how long I think I've known you for a few years now.
I know, and our paths kind of go like this.
They do.
And then we were going to be at the Stockroom University together, and then that didn't happen. But we're having you in January or something, so it'll be great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it, and I have to tell you, my demo bottom's like, you know, can we practice?
Oh, sure. We love those demo bottoms who want to practice.
Oh, he's fabulous. You know, so it's going to be a really good class. It's actually going to give me a little bit more time to pull some material in that I wanted to do with it.
Yeah.
Because I actually wanted to do like an anatomically correct diagram.
Oh, great. Now there's time to do that. That's great.
Now there is time to do that. I thought that would be fun.
Yeah.
It's like, know what you're squashing.
Don't squish the wrong parts. Nobody likes that.
Yes. Oh, no.
Or do they? Is it consensual? I don't know.
You know, what about the Dom's pleasure?
Right, really. Oh, we have to clear everything. Oh,
well. No, you'll be good. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it.
Have I seen your demo bottom before?
It's Jack Steele.
Oh, okay. I've heard of Jack Steele.
Yes.
Is he made of steel?
Oh, my gosh, he should be. I have never met a more hardcore bottom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, he's done some videos that are just...
So he's about the pain. He's not just about the pleasing.
Yeah. Oh, are you kidding? We had Betty Bondage on our show one time, Mistress Betty, and she did a thing for charity where she stapled money to his cock with a staple gun.
Just when you think you've lost your stapler. Oh, God. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. He is made of steel.
He likes this, but the first time they practiced,
yeah.
I guess she hit a little a spot and there was a spurt, and he goes, ah! Just, oh my God!
Oh no! I wonder if he even can look at a stapler anymore.
Oh no, he's like, you get a stapler out and he's like,
oh, he gets him excited. Well, I wonder what he would do with the hole punch, right? That would be a little interesting. Reb's laughing.
You
know, not one of those little tiny ones. One of the ones where you go.
Well, no, see, I have this fetish for office supplies.
Right. Oh, there you go.
Oh my goodness. The possibilities.
There's so many different things. I mean, if you're a bottom like me, you just want Post-its everywhere with humiliation words.
I love
But
Post-its.
Mr. Steele, that's impressive. That he can take a stapler.
No, he is amazing to work with. I love it when he's my bottom.
Yeah.
I know that. Well, he's one of the few people that can suspend and take a stun gun to his balls. And he loves it.
I just picture that. It was such a remarkable image. And then I'm picturing you with one of those high-tech staple guns, he was suspended, just trying to get him. Oh, that's great. Almost like a piñata play or something.
Yeah. Oh, now you're getting me thinking, because I know she likes rubber bands. I think I'm going to have to make a zit gun with some rubber bands for our next scene.
It's amazing what you can come up with that isn't like a toy,
Yes.
Just regular everyday things that you can use. I mean, that's the best part.
Well, yeah, and I used to make those all the time as a kid. Take 5 minutes.
You knew at that young age what you were going to be doing later.
No, I just had 2 brothers, and I just wouldn't take any guff from them. It's like, Army nurse? Hell no! Give me that gun!
Yeah, but the 2 brothers, the older brothers, right?
No, younger.
Oh! I thought you had to defend yourself, but it was just a choice.
Oh, no, it was their life's goal to torture their sisters. There's 3 of us.
Oh.
There's 5 kids in the family.
Wow.
So
okay.
they had 1 older sister and 2 younger sisters to torture.
Mm.
And enjoyed it thoroughly and tortured each other. We had more holes in the walls.
I remember when I was a little girl, we would run. Oh, I was horrible. I should have seen this coming. One time I chased my sister around with a butcher knife, and I held it real close to her. I said, "Let me touch you with it, and then I'll leave." I mean, when I think about it now, I was like, did I do that? I did.
How old were you?
Oh gosh, we probably were in elementary or junior high tops. Like, it wasn't high school or college or anything like that, but, you know, yeah.
Well, you know, I'm just curious about the psychology of it, because I used to babysit this one little boy who is my little sister's age, and he was all of 6 years old, and he actually did take a butcher knife, shaking it after his sister, going, "Fuck you, bitch! I'm gonna kill you!"
Oh
my God!
I think for me, I think it was just to see if she would let me do it. You know, I never wanted to hurt her. It was more just, I was bored. I was spazzed out. It was Alaska. I couldn't go outside. You were cold. You know, so I was like, oh, let's play.
That's cute.
It was so
That's
adorable.
So sweet.
Yeah, butcher knives and younger sisters. Such an adorable game. She talks to me, thank goodness. We're okay.
Well, we do, you know, survive our childhood. And I think my favorite saying about childhood is the Utner Reader says, and this was years ago, "It's not what your parents did to you, it's what your siblings did to you."
Oh, ooh, gosh, I better call my sister after this. I've had lots of therapy, little sister. I'm okay. Oh, my God. Oh, well, she's okay. She's doing good. I'm not worried. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing probably better than I am.
Aww.
Nice house up north, married, you know, all these little cats, you know. Her cats are her kids. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about my sister on a BDSM show. She's so far from that. She is like, she's so vanilla, she's beige, you know. So
I was just visiting a sister like that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I have so much fun with her, making her toes curl. Just, what are you up to? I'm like, well, I'm doing this talk show.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, my sister knows. My whole family knows about Hudsy Hawn, but it's not something that, you know, I need to tell them when the show's on or anything. Like, she's like, my sister goes, I don't get why you're into this, but whatever. You know, whatever makes you happy. I'm like, okay. So, you know, she's pretty good about it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know if my family knows or not. You know, if they stuck their nosy business, you know, into my internet stuff, well, you know, you deserve what you find.
Yeah, it's like my brother, Sir Lucifer, says, if people find out, then why were they there? You know, why were they looking? You know, so.
He says, I don't think I'm the only kinky person in the family. No. My youngest sister's husband has had a slave collar for 10 years.
Really?
You know, one of those lock-on ones that you have to remove with an Allen wrench.
It looks like kind of a circle, like no
that
like
you can't
loop.
go through TSA with.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, what does that tell you?
I bet they know.
And then there was my cousin Joey with the pink fur-lined handcuffs on his Facebook page.
Oh, really? You're like, what are you going to do with those? I always laugh at the furry ones. Yeah, the furry cuffs. It's like, why? It still hurts. You can still feel it.
Does. And this, of course, if it is humiliation, pink fur is totally appropriate.
True.
You know, and people do have furry fetishes.
They do.
Yeah.
It always makes me think of a rave, though, when I see a pair of furry cuffs. It's like, did you forget your booties? You know? I have a jacket that matches those. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny. I don't know.
Oh, my gosh.
Cheers. Thank you for having me on the show.
Salud. I am so glad to have you here.
Yeah.
So, you're currently headmistress of the Stockroom University?
I am. Just recently happened, headmistress at Stockroom, so I'm helping them bring in the faculty for their weekend classes. Excellent. However, we're going to have you in very soon. We have Orpheus Black on November 15th.
Oh, nice.
He's doing a fire play and a black tie bondage. And then we have what I like to call Goddess Rev Mel. She's coming in on December 6th. She'll be doing primal play and BDSM basics. And then we have adult star Jocelyn Stone. I don't know if you know Jocelyn.
I know the name.
Yeah, she's a good friend of mine that I originally met at Kink in the Caribbean.
Oh.
And she's very, very good with mommy play. And she's pretty hardcore with the, she has like a smash box. Where she puts it over guys and face sits, you know, and smothering and things like that.
Oh.
But she's very good with mindfuck and verbal play. Can I say the F word?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes, you know.
We just can't show our body, but we can say F.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, it is an educational show.
Right.
And sometimes the terms we need to use.
Exactly. Well, the class is called the mindfuck, so I said it. Fuck. So,
yes.
Although we're putting an asterisk where the U is to be PC.
Oh.
You know.
I mean, what else would you call it? Mind screw.
Mind games.
Mind games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those just don't have the same impact.
It doesn't. It sounds like war games with what's his name?
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick. I don't know.
I liked that movie.
That was a great movie.
It was a great movie.
There's a lot of animal play in that movie. There's a lot of animal play, but mostly with apes. But,
yes.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a good movie. I don't know. Gosh, I'm just bounced all over the place.
And that's okay.
And I haven't even had any soda. I'm on a cleanse right now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What type of cleanse are you doing?
I'm doing the, I won't say the name because then we have to endorse them, but there's a juice bar where they sell, like, you drink 6 drinks a day for 5 days. And I'm on day 3. And about middle of today, I was like, okay, where's that Lifeline thing? Because they'll let you have almonds, lettuce, and avocado. So I did that today because I was dying. I didn't even know who I was at one point.
Those like, cleanses are hard on your body. Yeah. Now, is the purpose of this just to kind of, are you cleansing anything in particular, like the liver or intestines?
It's actually, I was recently out of town for a dear family member's cancer surgery. But what I realized is that cancer runs in my family, and I haven't really been being very responsible about how I take care of myself. So I'm doing a cleanse to prepare me for more of a vegan, vegetarian lifestyle.
Okay.
Because this is all just fruit and vegetable juices I'm doing.
Okay.
So when that's over, I'm going to think, broccoli's awesome. Cooked broccoli.
And have you done vegetarianism before?
No, my master's been doing it for 4 months, and I have a lot of friends who do it. I've watched them. But I know for me, I'm not going to be hopping onto the carbs to make up for it. So
no, you don't want to do that. I was vegetarian for 12 years.
Oh, were you really? Okay.
I was, and I had to go back to eating meat because quite literally my body was starving, not getting the protein that it needed. My hair was falling out. My teeth were loose.
Yeah, okay.
And, I even was vegan for a little while. But at one point, I had been doing a cleanse to clear candida from my system.
Right, yeah.
And it went totally wrong, and all of a sudden I became allergic to everything, half of what I was eating.
So I gotta be careful, yeah.
So I had to go back to eating meat. But not everybody's meant to be a vegetarian. And in my research, I found out, with my ancestral background, that vegetarian probably was not a smart way for me to go. I come from an ancestral background that was, meat, meat eaters, hunters, as compared to like farmers. Now I have a friend who he's half German, half Native American, does beautiful on a vegetarian diet.
Oh, wow.
Because he can metabolize wheat protein, which I can't.
Oh.
And, but he does do like a little bit of chicken, a little bit of salmon, maybe a few times throughout the year to get those amino acids that you just can't get from vegetables.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I don't like soy, I don't like those certain things, so I'm thinking maybe on the holidays, go for that meat, but it's a work in progress. I mean, I just really looked at how my, family member was suffering and how I'm destined for that track, and I just really want to think about, I'm like Miss Coca-Cola, ice cream. I'd go for the junk, and drive-throughs because of my schedule. So I just
I'm kind of in the same boat right now because of where I'm living, and I no longer really have access to a kitchen, so it's like I'm having to eat on the fly.
Microwave everything.
I hate microwaves.
Yeah, it's not good for you. But I mean,
I try to find, places with my freshest choices possible, but, and have to realize that French fries is not a vegetable.
Well, it was.
It was. But it's not after they're done with it.
It's kind of like saying you were once a sub, but now you're a dom. Go back to that original way. No,
but I always go back to, just cleaning up the diet, and plain grilled meats with simple seasonings like, a little bit of sea salt and pepper. Yeah. No A1.
Isn't that a natural flavoring? No. I know. A1 is for Denny's, and those breakfast places where that if you order steak and eggs, you're basically getting cardboard with some nice bloody juice, I mean, I'm gonna miss that, but I'm gonna try, because I feel like I need to be more cautious,
Well,
getting older, it's a thing, it's kind of like it creeps up on you. And my aunt and grandmother on that side both died of cancers. So I just really want to think about it. But anyway, this is not a show about cancer. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. But I mean, it's always good, you know, even in this lifestyle, to think about health.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one of the first things I do when somebody is interested in serving me, and, you know, this is probably why they never make the cut, because it's like, you know, I'm interested in their whole life. I want to know, are you a student? Do you work? You know, what's your life plan here?
Mm-hmm.
How do you plan on fitting this into your life? You know, what are your dietary habits? Do you take care of yourself?
Yeah.
You know, am I going to be able to play with you? Or are you going to be in a sugar coma when I need you most?
Yeah.
You know, these are all important things to me, you know?
Well, it would be hard. I mean, I'm sure it is to find a service sub or whatever that they're going to be taking care of themselves, because sometimes they look to the dom to make it all better, you know, and then if they're not totally choosing it, it doesn't work out.
Well, yeah, and then I have this whole thing about personal responsibility, and they're like, well, aren't you going to tell me what to do? No, I said, I'll give you guidelines, and you're going to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps.
You gotta pick it.
So you're useful to me. I'm not a good babysitter.
Well, and that's what I realized, like, being a sub and a slave for a while. Like, I realized, and I am a sub and a slave, but I also noticed in my previous dynamics that I would, you know, if they weren't doing it for me, it wasn't happening. At the end of the day, you have to do it, you know, and
well, exactly.
I was like, be my own dom, you know, and figure out how to make sure I kind of like talking to myself, okay, little Hudsy, did you do that today? Yes, big Hudsy, I did, you know, and make it work. I mean,
exactly.
Because, you know, doms may come and go, but you're still here. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the way it is.
It is the way it is.
Yeah.
It is the way it is, you know, and, yeah, that's the other side of this, the coin that I have found, that I'm so responsible that they almost don't know what to do with me at first, because it's like, what do I train her to do?
Yeah.
She knows how to pick up after herself.
Right.
Me too.
And she knows how to use the toilet. Oh, darn.
Oh my God, and she can clean it.
With her mouth. No.
No, that's not going to happen. I'm really not into that.
No, that's an acquired taste.
But, you know, I had many people approach me that would be willing to do it for me. I mean, if that's what you really want, I am sure that I can find somebody into that kind of toilet play.
See, for me, the right out of the fount, like, that's a huge punishment. Because I will go to, like, a dark, not dark, but just a very kind of, like, back in the fetal position, sucking my thumb, you know, moment. So I view it as something that's very serious and not at all, it's not sexy. Maybe emotionally it is, but it's definitely not something like, oh yeah, give you that pee. You know what I mean? It's more of a punishment, or something serious is about to go down your throat.
Yes. Oh, I've seen it used in many ways and in different dynamics, people that do embrace it. And I know one woman, she drinks her sir's pee every day.
Yeah.
It's just part of what they do. Keeps, you know, fills it up, puts it in the refrigerator.
But isn't there a certain point where you can't drink it? Like, I thought it was only 2 doses and then it would be toxic and you have to wait.
Well, you can't let it sit for so long because it turns to ammonia. So it needs to be by a certain freshness date.
Right. Like a milk carton. I hope he dates it for her.
God,
but I mean,
I think so.
I don't know. I just thought that if you, or no, you can drink your own pee twice. That's what it is. One of those survival movies. They talked about it.
Well,
like if you do it more than twice, it's actually toxic to yourself or something.
I am not going to be drinking my own pee or anybody else's.
We'll test it in this show and see how we feel. No. Imagine.
I'm just not into water sports of any kind.
It's one thing when you know, if you have, like, let's say someone in a tub and everyone's like you know, peeing on them. It's another to be drinking it right from the source. I mean,
absolutely.
And you can't stop. You know, it's almost like a garden hose that won't turn off. I don't know.
Well, you know, that's kind of well, that's not true. They could stop it,
but they won't. That's the thing, you know.
You want to see me stop it? Pee through that.
I thought it hurt them when they stop. Isn't it painful or something? I don't know.
Well, I'll redirect it. It's like, sorry.
I would like to give a shout out
Unless I've just been stung by a jellyfish and I need the urine to get rid of the skin.
Like that movie, Heartbreak Kid.
Did they do it?
Yeah.
Heartbreak?
Yeah.
I just remember an episode of Friends when Joey had to pee on Monica.
Well, I wanted to give a shout out. I don't know if you had ever met Domina Carmen up in Seattle. She recently passed away, and she got my water sports cherry. So I want to just say I love you, Domina Carmen, and to Kip, her very good friend and partner. He's they're having a memorial for her this weekend. But I had a great time doing a scene with Kip and Carmen in Jamaica.
Really?
Yeah, where we were getting punished, and she was standing above us. It was a great way to get that cherry popped. We're just laughing hysterically, you know, taking a bath, you know. More over here, you know.
Hey, you know, I once was the duck in a pea shooting gallery.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
I had to pee in this bucket all night. We filled up the squirt guns with the piss, and they made me go back and forth in this big Dexter room and squirted me with squirt guns of pee.
Oh my God. So it was all mixed together in the guns. Like, you didn't know whose was whose.
Well, it was mostly my pee, and we did add a little water.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, we needed a lot to fill up the squirt guns. I
Find
had about
the peas a little
16
nice.
squirt guns.
Oh!
It was a piss class.
But you weren't getting hit by it.
No, I was the demo bottom for it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
you knew
yeah.
It was yours.
Then they poured the bucket over me at the end, and it's just like, people really enjoy this.
How long did you have to sit after they poured that on you?
Oh, I had to go another class after that, so my dress is still reeking. I'm just like,
well, did you drink like clean things beforehand so that?
Well, I didn't have to drink anything though. I did have to eat a salad with piss and vinegar dressing. That was not bad.
I heard Corona makes it better. Corona beer. I don't know. I think that a good iceberg salad right before would make it nice. Pea time with Miss Cassie and Hudsy.
Is there like somebody in that chat room
who wants to change the subject?
There's quite a few people in the chat room, but one of the things I want to ask Hudsy, if she could please post that in the memorial group that she died on FetLife.
Sure. On your page?
Yeah,
Page?
I have a memorial group that people have been posting from all over the world on.
Yeah, so. I'll do that.
Okay, great.
Sure.
We do have people in the chat room. We have the Kink Tank. We have Pete Carey. We have Justin Sage
Leather.
Yep, he's we have Lily Me, and we have Darren, and there are lots more people that are watching. If you are watching the show and you're not in the chat room, get your butt in the chat room.
Yes. Otherwise, we're going to keep talking about cancer and pee.
Yeah, it seems to have gone off on a little tangent here.
Don't let me go there. You bring up something new.
No worries.
What is it? The network does not support or does not refer. How does it say when you say that when?
Does not endorse?
Yes, does not endorse this conversation, but have fun.
Sorry, we'll have to come up with more respectable kinky topics.
No.
Like blindfolds. Let's talk about blindfolds. And
what's your favorite blindfold?
One with tacks on the inside. No.
Oh, really?
No. I'm kidding.
You want to play?
I do need LASIK redone, so maybe we can figure that out. No, I like blindfold play, but I prefer to keep my eyes closed, then it's like about behaving.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I know that when I use blindfold, it's usually to somebody, and I like to make sure they can't see when I start my story.
Yeah. Oh,
yes, I like to immobilize them. I like to blindfold them, and then we start a nice scenic cruise of the inner regions of mine.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I like to bring them to nice little oubliettes. Little forgotten dark places.
Wow. I like the gimp hoods where there's nothing, you're just
nice.
in the pillowcase, as it were.
That's interesting.
You're like this non-human, almost like, I don't know, like Blue Man Group.
Now you're thinking, I'm thinking kidness.
Yeah. I was watching my brother Sir Lucifer once with his slave Jezebel, and he had her just in the whole thing, and it was really hot. All these women were on her, and she was just like, oh. I mean, I pictured her face doing that because I couldn't see it, but it was awesome. So I've always thought that was kind of a cool idea.
That is a cool idea.
Yeah.
And some people really like hoods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a beautiful leather hood, and I'm happy to put that on anybody but me.
Right. Oh, I don't think I could get any of them. My head's too big.
No, this one's adjustable.
Oh, really?
Oh, I can make it
Width-wise?
Oh yeah, it's got laces at the back. It's got zippers. It's got all
good.
sorts of stuff. A neck strap. We can zip you up and let you peek out the front and zip you back up.
Like, one of those like prison windows.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, she's got the little perforated holes.
Yeah.
It's a teeny little. Just the tongue can go.
It's always so delightful when you see that.
Yes.
You see the
You
little
can stick
tongue
it out
coming out.
just enough and let me pierce it.
Tack it to the hood.
Yeah, I just want to kind of put so that. So I can hang my purse there, okay?
You're sadistic, Miss Cassie. What's the most sadistic thing you've ever done? Or one of the most? I'm sure it's hard to pick one.
Well, I think the funnest that I had the most fun was I was doing these Fear Factor classes with a dom, and we came up with this idea to put people in a mesh body bag. He says, "Can you make one?" I made a mesh body bag, and I have this source for Madagascar cockroaches.
Oh no, you didn't. You put that in there.
Well, first we bound their hands and stuff so that they really couldn't use their hands, and then we put a dental spreader so they couldn't close their mouth. And we eventually had to instigate a rule: no walk-on shoes, because one girl tried that because we usually preferred they go barefoot. She shows up with the locks, and next time we would cut them off. The bolts. But yeah, we would put them in the bag and then we'd throw all the cockroaches in there and seal the top. And watch the girls dance.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard. Oh my god. Oh, jeez.
Well, I think the hardest part is I had to wrangle those cockroaches, make sure none got away, and sneak them out of the hotel before they realized that we were doing a class with worm crawlers and cockroaches.
Geez. How many? So did you find them all?
Yes.
How many were there?
About 30, I think. I don't know. I had them set in a box, plain brown box to the hotel.
Oh my goodness.
She's like, don't shake that, because they hiss.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they're the hissing cockroaches. They're about that long.
So did any get in the mouth?
No.
Oh my god.
The bugs, you think about it, they don't want to be in our orifices any more than we want them there.
Unless they're kinky bugs. Yeah.
Well, that's true, but yeah, I don't think they breed them for that.
Wow.
It's just, it's all mind stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god. So crazy. I can't get my mind out of that. You got me.
Yes, and I do have enough material to make another mesh body bag.
Oh, wow. Well,
yeah.
I'll probably be busy the day you have that party.
You have any questions in that chat room now?
Yeah, we have someone that has just entered the chat room, and he has a question. Master Leopold says, hello, ladies. Most intense experience in the lifestyle for each of you?
That's a good question. Well, I'd say one of the things that I'm proudest of, because this was not easy to do, is I held an inverted ebi Hojo Jitsu torture tie, which slowly suffocates you. You're upside down, tied in a little ball for 20 minutes.
Oof. Wow. Mine, I don't know if he wants me to answer. The time in my bathroom, in the corner, he has a picture of it. I don't know.
Aww.
We're waiting for a yes or a no.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he wants me to share that, but that is the most intense. So describe yours again. Like, how did that happen? Like,
well, I mean, it was something, I'd been training for. I'd been doing, working with the dom that did these. And I figured out how to slow my breathing down and my heart rate down and how to breathe and how to hold it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you just got yourself to that Zen place.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Matter of fact, I've had a few doms that get mad at me because they'll be beating the hell at me and they're going, why aren't you reacting? Because I'll just zen right into it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a lot of times I do go past my limits of what's comfortable for me, but if I'm in that space, I can totally take it.
Mm-hmm.
And because I don't want to take their enjoyment away from either.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
You respect the top and bottom roles. But yeah, that's intense.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
but I don't bottom like I used to. It's somewhere along the way I got the masochist beaten out of me. So.
and then it became something else. I don't know. I'm only a masochist if it's for so he said okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my most intense BDSM experience was when my master Leopold called me into the restroom, and he just gave me this look and said, "Are you ready?" And I knew exactly what he was going to do because we'd just been talking about a friend who does this every day with his submissive, and he was going to take the story I told him about this friend and do it to me right then.
Yeah.
And then he came up with this word that whenever he says I cringe, it's prepare.
Yeah.
And that was the first day he said prepare, and we were by the shower, outside of the shower, not in it, and he just put himself in my mouth and proceeded to empty his bowels, and I just stared at him the whole time and shivered, and it was probably the darkest, most ultimate act of submission I could ever fathom. For me, the way that I'm wired and what I can and can't do, and never thinking I could ever do that. And just the act of that was so spiritual, but yet so dark and uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
That the only reason I could even fathom doing it was because I adore him more than my own life. I would do anything I can for him. So it was and then it pleased him so much that whenever he says it, I will do it. But I have tried not to talk from the bottom and go, please just make it an extreme punishment because it is so difficult. I'm the kind of sub that needs to have the reason I have. It has to make some kind of emotional, spiritual, connected sense for me. I'm not into getting hit unless, I'll get flogged, but getting beat just for the sake of getting beat doesn't speak to me at all.
No.
It just upsets me. It puts me in a bad place. So the act of the water sports directly into, my mouth without knowing it was going to happen, without ever having done that before in that way, was quite intense. And even when I think about it now, I just get a little bit, So for me, it's the ultimate act of submission. Very intense, yeah.
That is very intense.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell just by the way you're talking about it how much it means to you. You can just see your whole soul go.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often, because if it did, I probably wouldn't be able to get up. I probably put my makeup on, brush my teeth, or anything. I'd be like,
Yeah.
It's very intense when we do it, and but yeah.
He made a statement. I was very proud of you. Justin said, bravo. So you're getting lots of support. I bet you all the men are in Fantasy Island right now. Imagining the two of you guys on your knees. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, anyway, I think I went up 20 degrees just telling you about that, because it's very,
Yes.
And when I get in trouble again next time, I'm sure he's rubbing his hands together right now as he watches. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm a little bit flustered now talking about that.
Okay, how's the weather?
It's nice. It's been colder outside. I like that.
Gee, I was going to say shitty with a side of urine.
Shitty, hard limit. No shitty.
Comment in the chat room. Master Leopold said, in your eyes, all of you, which should be collaring, truly represents. Okay, in your eyes, all of you, what should a collaring in both of your eyes,
Okay.
your views.
I was gonna pee in our eye. I was like,
what? No, what does collaring represent?
Oh, collaring. I think you should talk about collaring. I don't have very good experiences with that.
Well, I have been collared a couple times, And each time it was different. Each time it meant something different, or I was learning something new about myself. First time, it was the promise of a future, you know. The second time, it was, I think I felt like I graduated just to knowing I really was permanent. And then the one that I believe I have coming up soon is a bond of our, I don't know, our kind of oneness, our spirituality. Like Leopold and I feel very much like we're one, like one can't exist without the other or survive. And it's been a slow process over almost 2 years. So to me, a collar with him would be like an engagement ring, but not an engagement, it's already there, you know, and that I'm willing to do whatever is required to be there for him, take care of him, and also know that he will take care of me. To me, it's a symbol of a bond. I'm already collared, you know, in my heart, so it's just a physical reminder. But I have such a desire to be of service to him that I feel like it's a service collar too. You know, it just means a lot of things to me.
Well, yeah, I never felt I actually had to physically be wearing my collar to be collared.
Right.
Because I serve no matter what. You know, well, service is just nothing I never shorted any of my serves on. You know, whether or not anything was ever reciprocated in my direction.
Right.
It was like, I agreed to do this for you every single day. I do it for you every single day, whether I want to or not. But you know what? Ultimately, I do want to, because it's what you've requested.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and of course I want to do it.
There's a beauty in that,
you know,
the connection of that and the agreement.
Well, absolutely. And I mean, I've done a lot of things that are just not my favorite things to do, but I still do it, and to the best of my ability. You know, and just because I'm doing a really damn good job does not mean that I like it.
Well, does it mean then that it's that you want to make sure they knew you could do it? Or
I always take my responsibilities serious. I always have. You know, that was the way I was brought up. You know, I don't shirk on my chores, on my responsibilities. I find a way to get it done, because that's what is supposed to be done. You know, and I mean, I don't care. You know, if I'm mad at you or something, I am not going to get back at you by not doing my chores. I'll come up with something much more delicious.
Right. Much better than they could have thought of, right?
Oh, hell, you know, let's not bring the chores into it.
Yeah. True.
No, you're talking revenge. I could be much more creative than not doing my chores.
I just can't even see you like being subby. You're such a great darkness.
Oh, I know. I do have a tendency to tap into that.
I can tell.
I see that waving finger in the air. Does that mean that there's
a question? How do you both change from pro-dom to being submissive? I mean, what is the key to how you guys do this?
Oh, having been submissive and then being pro-dom.
Oh, actually, I can answer that. I had somebody answer that, ask me of that, because where did he meet me? His sub met me one night. I was tending bar and everything. And, oh my God, you're Miss Cassie. They did not know that I was in service to somebody, and then they found out at that time that I was. And her dom goes, he says, how do you make the switch? And, you know, and I just looked at him and I said, well, you know what? I just understand what role I'm playing at what moment in time. There's just no sense in making a big deal about it. I'm with Sir, I'm a sub.
Right.
I'm not with Sir, I've got my dom hat on, I'm a dom. I mean, you know, I play these roles every day.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all part of who I am.
There's more to you than just the dom side, that role.
Well, absolutely.
I mean, yeah. Well, because you get from one to the other too. It's like I always say that the best subs make the best doms because we get it, you know, and
Well,
it's
yeah.
always, the sub is always in me even when I'm topping.
Well, yeah, and so many subs say, oh, my submission is my gift. My submission is my gift to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, letting myself go there, and I'm getting out of myself and doing something for somebody else.
Yeah.
Just because.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And that's like the sign of a true dom as well. You know, like
Yes.
the dom is doing something for the sub instead of just saying, what are you going to do for me today? You know, it's like, well, it's a two-way street,
Well,
and both
absolutely.
are giving. So, like the law of the universe, just give and don't expect, you know, and then it all works out.
Well, also, I'm a person that works with positive reinforcement. I don't
Mhm.
believe in any kind of negative reinforcement because I believe that that begets more negativity.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I've seen that.
And I really do, you know, so we do have to establish what it is that is positive feedback for them.
Mm-hmm.
So if getting your ass beat is what makes you happy, well, do a good job for me. I will beat your ass black and blue every day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, if that's what trips your trigger.
Yeah.
You know, but better get me a nice paddle, though. I don't want to be bruising my delicate
Right.
fingers.
God forbid. Yeah, I don't know. For me, being a sub and then being a dom, I just find that the sub in me wants to please the client or the play partner by being dominant. So, like, a lot of times I will have people go, oh, you're being too nice. And they'll call me Hudsy instead of Hudsy.
Mm.
But I would prefer to go slow when I'm topping someone and keep in touch with their submission.
But you can be
You know?
nice and still be dominant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Because
for
I
sure.
choose to be that way. I'm actually very nurturing and caring when I play.
Yeah.
I can turn sadistic in a hot second, but it's all in good fun.
Well, and then there's
You know?
the people, play partners or clients that are
Yeah.
really into the corporal or they're really
Yeah.
into the humiliation. You can really have a good time with it.
Absolutely.
Because you know they're all the way over there.
Absolutely.
You know? So it's not as big a deal than someone who's very fragile, who's coming in the first couple times and, you know, you don't want to ruin their experience for the long run. But you also want to give them what they want. So it's a fine line.
It is a fine
Yeah.
line, and it is a fine dance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but also, you know, when I'm in charge, it's like I am responsible for that human being. You know, and I'm sorry, I am going to check in with you throughout the scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, we'll establish, you know, how nicely I need to do that, but
Hey, bitch, how you doing? Good. Fuck you. Oh, F.
FFFFF is not a safe word.
Can you imagine if it was? Oh, God.
One of my safe words was owie, owie, owie. It had to be 3 owies for it to be taken seriously.
Oh,
So if I just
no.
went ow, that didn't
That
count.
wasn't good enough.
No, it had to be 3 distinct owie owies, and it had to be really cute. Or you couldn't stop.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know what we use where I work at the Dominion, we just use the word mercy. So I don't
Yeah,
I don't
that's
really
what we
encounter
do at
safe words that much.
Sanctuary.
Is it mercy?
Yeah, we usually
Okay.
say mercy 3 times that it calls to see.
Oh, 3. There's 3. I think we just get the one mercy. Usually people don't say it. You don't find out
We
too
still
much.
get people that use the red, yellow, green. And Mel
Right.
knows how I feel about yellow.
Oh, how does she feel about yellow? Yellow's for pee. No. Well,
No, I really hate it when somebody calls yellow.
mhm.
It's like, you know what? We negotiated this damn scene before we started.
And which side of yellow do you mean? Green side or red side? I don't
I
know.
mean, either you're into this or you're not.
Yeah.
But telling me to slow down is like topping from the top, and I will stop the scene right there and leave you cold. It's like, I just don't.
And then you'll be green, green, green. And like, no, she's
No.
done. Yeah.
Nope, red, red, red.
Right, exactly. We're stopping at red. Oh, God.
What is it now?
We have a question in the chat room from Justin. Any insight on breath play? And then we have a couple more questions or statements. So
Insights on breath play. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, I started doing breath play when I was a teenager. It was, you know, getting high games. We would hyperventilate and choke each other out.
Oh, okay.
That was my first exposure to it.
Wow.
Somewhere along the line, I ended up doing asphyxiation, where people would just clamp, and I don't know how that got started. And I now even find when I'm in the midst of sex, I start holding my breath.
Oh, wow. So you're not a big fan of it? Not really.
There's been times where I've enjoyed it immensely, but no, it's just so risky, you know?
Yeah.
There's just too much of a chance, and there's too many factors to figure out. And truly, it's only going to be with somebody I know very well and that we've negotiated the scene and really talked about it and figured out exactly what type of breath play they want to do with them. I will do play asphyxiation with people sometime, you know, where you clamp down their mouth and nose for a few seconds, just enough for them to go.
Yeah.
And then let it go.
Or you sit on the client, you know, and they tap out on your thigh when they've had enough smothering.
Exactly.
That kind of thing.
That I'll do, but actual breath play, no, that is a long-term negotiated type scene.
Yeah.
You know, because I need to know things. I need to know if their health history, for one thing.
Yeah, and circulation, too. I mean, I've been choked out a few times by the neck, and it's not my favorite thing. I'll do it if, you know, my dom really wants to try it, but I prefer just maybe doing the hand on the mouth thing, or my favorite breath play is actually the oral breath play, where you're getting choked by something else. You know what I mean? And then you both are involved in the process. You know what I mean? And he knows when you've had enough, you know, because, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But I just think that's a lot more fun and sexy than someone just strangling me, you know?
Yeah,
You know?
and I've had people say, oh, you know, it just really gets me off if I can choke you while I'm coming. And it's like, okay.
I mean, if they're just doing it a little bit, but then their weight's on top of you, and the weight of their body could actually make it worse. You know, it is very risky. I don't tell people that it's something that should be on the top of their list. You know.
And yeah, I mean, you know, it could be quite a rush coming at the same time as you're passing out. I mean, if you've ever fainted and you know the pretty stars. Yeah.
I'd rather do ayahuasca and see pretty stars than actually.
But you know,
do that.
I have had orgasms that intense without breath play,
Mm-hmm.
where I have saw stars and my whole body shakes and undulates.
And you didn't need someone to choke you.
No, I didn't.
And that's the thing. I think sometimes certain kinks go too far, and because the person needs to keep going down the path because back there doesn't work for them anymore. You know, they can't back up. And that's choking. Every time I've done choking, it hasn't. My most memorable choking experiences are not because I was having sex at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, it was just, I'm going to choke you out now. Okay. You know, and then come right back. And one thing that happens to me when I've been choked by the neck is that this all numbs out. And I don't know that that's a good thing. You know?
Well, that's because there's a nerve that's getting compressed in your neck somewhere in the brachial plexus.
Yeah, and it's going,
and somewhere around C6, if you put pressure on that, it will cause numbness all the way down the arm. People who have like really tight muscles here, and that happens often, it gets confused with carpal tunnel because it will go all the way down to the wrist.
Yeah, and I do have tight muscles there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's...
If anybody's had like any disc issues, you know, degenerative stuff, you know, there's so many things that can go wrong with breath play.
Yeah. So we're not big fans.
No.
To answer your question.
No, and a lot of people have died from it.
Oh, yeah.
Question?
Accidental fun.
Statements and questions. Off topic.
Okay.
Pete Carey says, Hudsy, how is your friend Barry from S Wars?
Barry from... Oh, Storage Wars.
Yeah, I didn't know if I could say it live, so.
Well, I haven't talked to him since, but when I filmed with him, he was quite hilarious. The funny thing about him, a little tidbit, Pete Carey, is that Barry, the first time I met him on set, he pulled me aside and said, I know one of your friends, Downtown Willie. He's built he's like done all my leather on my motorcycles, because Barry Weiss has like a gazillion motorcycles, and Downtown Willie has reupholstered all of them. So they go back like 30 years or something. So it's pretty cool what a small world it is. Eventually everyone ends up being connected in kink somehow. So it's kind of cool.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Justin said my house safe word is kinky bacon caramel chocolate.
Wow.
Okay, when you're talking about safe words. And Master Leopold says, Hudsy, discuss the scene from Vegas with you switching. He's getting all your secrets out there. That's such a great dog.
He just wants to hear me gush about him. Well, Fat Mike and Goddess Soma Snake Oil. I don't know if you know them. They're a couple, and they live in San Fran, but they have a house called the Punk Rock House in Vegas, and we were there at AVN, and they were out of town, but they loaned their house out to our friend Greg. Greg had a party, and Leopold and I had this fantasy of my switching in a scene, because he'd only been topping me. So Karina Crash has a lovely boyfriend named Massacris, who I love to top. And so we decided that I would start topping him. And I guess about halfway through, Leopold just grabbed me by the hair and interrupted us. We had negotiated it, but I didn't know when it was going to happen. I was all into it. And so he started topping me, and then Karina started topping Massacris. And then at one point, Leopold had me down on the ground and was just beating me, and Massacris was above me going, and I just crawled over very slowly to my brother at that point, who's now my brother, Massacris, and I just slapped him across the face. And the whole crowd that had started watching went, and I looked at Leopold, and he was just like, that was cute, but you're going to get it. It was so much fun. I love it when you get the perfect cast of characters like that.
Yes.
Everybody worked in their pocket, and then you can play and just kind of be naughty or nice. You can be a little brat, and those are the moments where I feel like I can be a brat, because there's that other person who's in my position as well. And both the doms couldn't help but enjoy it, but now it's time to take you back down,
All right, really heard that, everybody. So everybody needs to start voting on whether or not they think Hudsy is naughty or nice. Question?
Statement about Karina Crash. Karina Crash and her guy. They met at a 7-Eleven across the street from the Lear Assad. They both were coming to my class.
Yep.
And they're still together.
He tells that story so beautifully, too, when he talks about Karina, when Massacris does. He says he just saw her, and he knew, and he rushed over and opened the door to the lair for her, and, he was just really, I guess kind of her service slave ever since. Even though they're more of a regular couple, but they do play. But whenever they're together, he's just constantly at her side, taking care of her, from that first moment he met her.
Nice.
They're so lovely together. Great couple.
I've seen some beautiful couples in this lifestyle. Yeah. I really have. And it amazes me when I see that.
And they just fit so well. His purpose and her purpose, completely perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so cool when that happens.
Yeah, they're just the neatest couple, and she does a lot of doming mostly with the clubs. I think she has worked at Den of Iniquity, or she might still be there. But he's just great. He came in, Midori was at Stockroom recently, and her bottom, I don't think the guy worked out, and so last minute Massacre showed up, and he just has this beautiful submission about him when he's doing scenes with people, and she just had him in her grasp within 2 seconds, and it was amazing. So Karina allows him to do that, and it's really great to see couples like that who don't weird out, if someone needs to perform. Leopold lets me do that. He's great about it. He knew who I was when he met me, and even though I'm his sub and his girlfriend, he knows I'm going to go perform or I'm going to work at the Dominion, and he doesn't worry about it. It's great.
Yeah, it's totally different when you're performing or when you're working as a professional.
Yeah, true.
And I know that a lot of people don't realize that, we take on different roles for what we do. Mm-hmm. We absolutely do.
Yeah.
And I'm totally different on stage than I am with a client. Mm-hmm. And private play, you usually don't see my private play out.
Well, it's an honor to have private play with you. It's a very different thing. You're not necessarily going to share that with everybody, Yeah, and you can't do everything you want to do if it's public, So, I don't know. I definitely am an attention hoe, and I like to do the performances with Leopold, or if I'm a top with people like Massacris. It's just really fun. Well, but you can't do everything.
No.
You would do, but it's definitely a rush to to know that
yeah.
you're entertaining people. I guess that's the performer in me, you know. I love that. It's like, do they like it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's something about feeding off the audience and
Mm.
live performances that is really awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that from all the years that I used to sing and stuff.
Mm. I didn't even know that. We should have planned a duet.
I sang for 17 and a half years with the Peace on Earth Carolers, and I sang just about every part and played guitar and did their costumes. And
Were you soprano or alto?
I'm naturally an alto, but when I'm in good voice, my voice is not good right now, I can actually sing like second soprano and soprano.
Well, because, you know, I was a Christmas caroler.
Really?
For a lot of groups in my 20s, and if you picked a song, I could probably harmonize with you. That's how many I know. It's crazy. And then you learn the alto, and then you only know the alto is like the kinky part, right? It's
I
like
still
the weird.
have all my Christmas music.
Oh my god! And
I
you did
did
acapella, right? No, you said there was guitar.
Acapella, our guitar.
Right.
We did madrigals. We did all sorts of stuff.
Wow.
I would love to do a duet with
Well,
you.
if you don't want to do it on camera, we'll do it when the cameras are off, and we'll sing a little Christmas carol like one before I leave, because
Cool.
that's awesome little tidbit there. I didn't even know that.
Oh,
Merry
wow.
fucking Christmas to you. Merry fucking Christmas to you. Merry fucking Christmas.
Gotta have one for everyone. Is there like one for Satan we could do? I mean, I don't even know. Shout at the devil. There, we got everybody. It's all good. Buddha's probably upset now. Whatever.
No, we'll do the Buddha.
This fast is gonna clear that up. I'll tell you that. Talk about going to the bathroom. Like, Buddha, be gone. We've talked about Buddha and peeing and cancer. What else is there? There we go.
Oh my god.
I don't know what else there is to talk about, right? Am I naughty or nice? Come on. But,
They're starting. Lily Me said nice.
Nice.
Pig Carrie said nice, and no, and I think Justin said no comment. And that's
Justin, I was so nice to you at AVN. I don't even know why there's any question. He's probably horrified by some of my stories. He had no idea.
Really? Aww.
I was pretty frank about some of those.
Well, true.
That's definitely naughty, but
yeah. But you know, in the context that it was delivered, it wasn't
so
really
nice.
naughty. It was, you know, it was going with the flow.
he took it and he placed it in my mouth, and I liked it.
It's like a
You heard it here. She liked it.
I'm naughty.
I think you're a kinky motherfucker.
Fuck too many mothers lately.
God, I hope not. I don't think so. Only if they were sissified.
Ooh, that's an interesting scene.
I know. Jocelyn Stone's doing the mommy play. She told her, could we make the mommy the sissy? And then it'll be a whole new thing. We could flip that around. I don't know.
Good.
It is a stockroom class, though. We have to keep it clean.
Oh,
Unless we lock the doors and make sure no one comes in at the end. At the beginning, I mean. But, yeah. It's a daytime thing.
Yes. You know, there are certain things we do after hours.
When the moon is full.
Yes.
Well, I knew they were going to say I was nice. I knew that.
Justin said it's more like taking the fifth. Tee-hee-hee-hee-hee-hee.
Tee-hee-hee.
He's taking the fifth.
Tee-hee-hee.
Justin Sane Leather. He has great stuff. Have you met him yet?
I don't know.
He was at AVN. He has a page on Facebook, and he's got all this beautiful stuff. He was upstairs with Mistress C's Lair this last January. He had a little area with his handmade goodies. He had all kinds of beautiful corsets and things. So Justin Sane, as in sane, you know,
Sane.
leather. So
Yes, I've heard the name.
He's been on my show, but he's great. And he showed up at the Lear and didn't tell me he was coming in.
oh,
And he comes up and he
$1 million.
sits down and he gives me that grin that he has. I looked at him. It did not register that I knew this person until he started talking and laughing and just looking at me with this smirk on his face. I went, oh my God, what are you doing here? It was hysterical. Darren said you're naughty, of course. We're all naughty.
We all are naughty. The nice covers it up.
Yes. You're naughty with nice frosting.
You're giving me the finger. I don't get it. Ow.
Yes, we are at the end of the show
She did
here.
a little.
Believe it or not, an hour has gone by.
Wow.
This
And I don't even have
fast.
to pee yet. Well, a little bit, but.
A little bit.
But I don't feel like cancer's coming on. So good. Well, thank you for having me, Clink Clink. Thank you so much, Miss Cassie.
Oh, it's my
It was
pleasure.
really fun to just be improvisational and
Absolutely.
random.
Oh, I'll have to have you again sometime.
yeah, maybe
Absolutely.
Christmas caroling.
Yes,
Maybe
we should
something
do a
like that.
Christmas show.
I'd come by even for part of one of yours if you're all booked up, and we could do like a little fa la la la,
Well,
like while we flog people.
I
in
would
harmony.
love that. No, we really ought to do a Christmas show. I would love that.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll
Humbug.
Yes, we've already got Scrooge right
Yeah.
there. We're
Oh,
going to dress
there.
Mel up in
Grinch
bubble
outfit.
wrap rubber bands and a bah humbug night.
Master Leopold said she is always naughty. She likes the attention.
Yeah, he looked at me one time. He said, "Man, you are a freak." I was like, "That's what men love." What is it? What is a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets, right?
No, it's
A good cook in the kitchen, a lady in public, and a whore in bed.
Oh, wasn't that supposed to rhyme? I thought it was like a whole
That's
nursery rhyme thing.
no, my mother told me this
Must
one.
be like a limerick, right?
Oh, yeah. That's what I
Who
thought.
was a man from Nantucket?
You had a bucket. No, I don't. I know which one you're talking about.
Yes.
And who
Well, anyway.
said fuck it?
Yes. She knows. She's such a potty
Bucket
mouth.
fucking.
Fuck.
Oh. The show is going to the dogs, but next week it's going to be Kinky Claws.
Oh. This is water. It is. I'm on a cleanse. It's not vodka.
Back to the piss.
Too clear. Oh, I am doing a cleanse. It should be pretty clear by now. Off of the pee.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. This has been a fun show.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
It's great
it's
to
been
finally
my
meet
pleasure.
you.
My
Thank you.
pleasure. And we have a date to sing together in December.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we will come up with something.
We will. Something very kinky.
Yes. We'll,
Non-religious, but apropos for anyone.
yes, we'll write some un-PC Christmas carols that are apropos for the show.
Oh, I'm known for creating naughty lyrics to normal songs, so I'll come up with a few and see what you think.
Perfect.
Jingle bells, Santa Claus smells,
Massacre
Rudolph
Christmas.
ran away. It's no fun riding in a fucking Chevrolet. Hey,
Oh, perfect.
Okay, one more time. My guest next week is Kinky Claws. And it's going to be a great show. We're kicking off this holiday season because we have the Thanksgiving slave auction coming up, the Christmas slave auction coming up.
Will there be turkey stuffings?
Turkey stuffing. Turkeys.
I'll stuff you.
You're stuffed.
I want to go to the OBGYN, so I'm going to say no to that one.
Okay.
But thanks.
We have an announcement.
Yes, what's the announcement now?
We're looking for people to volunteer on TSR Network to help with the shows. Also, to help with getting the word out. So what we're asking is the people that watch the shows, please go to TSR groups onto FetLife. When you see us posting an event, posting a show, please repost it everywhere where you can, because FetLife will only let me post 2 events. One event twice.
Oh.
They won't let me do anything else.
Well,
so
I'll
we
give a
need
shout
lots
out
of help.
now to my slave 232. Get on that.
Yeah.
Help
We
Rev
need-
Mel do that.
We need a lot of help. We've had 200,000 people watching the show since we relaunched, and I have another announcement. The
What?
show that we did, The Naughty and Nice, with Miss Cassie on the Symbian. What is it called? Symbian? Yeah.
Sibian.
Symbian
Sibian.
got so far, and that was only like a month and a half ago, got over so far 10,000 views.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And there wasn't even anything really
Oh, it was
Gratuitous
just
going on.
it was
Yeah.
a very educational show
That's
on
great.
Sibian.
You didn't have to or anything.
No, it's a marvelous sex machine and
Yeah.
all sorts of really fun attachments, and they got a demo on how these things move and
People are
twist and-
fascinated by
And
this.
and now we'll probably get 20,000 views just on this show talking about beep.
Hashtag it correctly. Maybe it'll work.
So hashtag kiss is now gonna go directly.
Hashtag pee pee, not even nice.
Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. So I should go in and bleep out every time we say piss. Beep.
I think it was the FFFF that we have to bleep.
Shit, motherfucker, mofo.
Oh my God, I gotta do a word. I have to do a show on cuss words. I
There you
really
go.
do.
Yeah.
I really do. You know, George Carlin cannot have
can't be the only
corner
one.
the market on that one.
Nope. And he's gone now, so you have to take over.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. I need you all to start thinking about in the chat room. Start sending me in your dirty words. Because we're going to have a dirty word show coming up here in the next month or so.
Well, they should send it to you on in the group on TSR Network on FetLife.
Oh, you should.
Type in all your
okay.
dirty words.
Send me your dirtiest words, and if you have creative definitions for them, send those along. If not, I might make them up.
Fuctified.
Yeah.
Fuctified, I love that.
The Fuctified show.
Yes. It's fuck delicious.
It's fucking awesome.
Terrific.
It's my fuck me.
We're being such little girls right now. God, naughty school girls.
And we don't wear patent leather shoes.
Nope.
No, we
Nope,
don't.
nope,
They probably
nope.
don't have panties on either.
I don't. I'm wearing a pantsuit.
She's not. You should see what I get to see. I can see down her shirt and you can't.
Boobies!
Oh, it's so nice.
Anyway, is it 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is. I know we're starting to talk genitalia again.
Oh my God. You're awesome. I love you. Making me all hot. I'm like, I need more water.
Any Roman Catholics in the room? No.
If you're a baptized Catholic, is that Roman? I don't even know.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess you're Roman
Hail
Catholic.
Caesar. I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's why I converted to Judaism. I needed more guilt.
I think you converted to BDSM for that. We should start a church.
Oh,
I do. The Church of Perversion and Debauchery.
that's
That's true.
Yeah, and then it's also called the Sacred Realm because it's TSR.
Oh.
The Sacred Realm. Never mind. See you in the show. Say goodbye.
Okay. Good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Remember, don't take your pee for granted.
Yes.
On that note.
Cheers.
It hurts.